Hi, my name is Sarah Kopp and I was the original Cammy Pacey. The HTAC Holiday Show originally started in the HTAC parking lot where a bunch of us would give our monologues to our parents outdoors in the snow, and the joy just kept spreading that we had to move it to the fortnightly to have an even bigger venue and eventually to Grace Church because everyone loved the HTAC Holiday Show so much and we had so many new students that we had to have the biggest venue we could possibly have. And it really has meant so much to me because it's one of the only shows during the year that we got to do with the whole studio. So you got to see everyone who has a passion for theater like you do, get to meet new people, see people you look up to, see people who look up to you, and it was always a really special thing. And it also meant a lot to me because of how much the audience absolutely loved it, and you could see after the show how much happiness it brought them during what can sometimes be a stressful part of the year. And it always made me so happy to come into the audience after the show and see my mom there crying, as always.
Hello, my name is Charlotte George. I am a former alumnus of Haddonfield Theater Arts Center, and in the past I have played Mrs. George, Mr. George's wife, obviously, Rosebud, the flower shop owner, the lady who owns the orphanage, and the lady who wanted to make a TV show about a dog that could do tricks. So I wasn't a part of HAC when they first started doing these holiday shows, but from what I've heard, it started off as kind of like this outdoor, like Santa cart thing. I don't know much beyond that. And then from there, it started becoming more story-driven shows, and each holiday show kind of built on this like fictional town based off of Haddonfield and Noshery and like the dinosaur, and each show would be based off of like a classic Christmas tale such as Scrooge or A Wonderful Life. And yeah, I kind of got the audience engaged, especially the people who've been there every year. They're like, oh, I know that character, or oh, I remember that plot point with Grumble or Mr. George and all of that. And that's really what I guess engaged the audience as well as the cast members, and especially since we did it annually, it was kind of this special thing that we did at the end of the year, or during the summer, obviously. And I know for me and a lot of my other friends who have been involved in HAC, it's kind of it's something we look forward to. It's a very like stress-free thing that we put together, and it's like kind of a way for us all to come together and create this thing that makes everyone happy. And I don't know, it's always a lot of fun. I always look forward to it. It's always very fond memories, especially when it comes to the week leading up to the show weekend. I feel like we all kind of come together and just kind of forget about all our stresses, all school stresses, extracurriculars, all that stuff, just to like make this thing. And I don't know, it's something special, and it's really special that they're still doing it this year despite all the circumstances, and they're doing really great work, and yeah, I don't know how to end this.
Hey, my name is Matt Eyles, and I was the original Walter Grumble in the sort of HJC expanded cinematic universe as it now is. I was super excited to help provide scoring and additional music support for this project. While I was staying home this semester, I thought it would be perfect to occupy my time with HJC because I love all of them dearly, and it made me super happy to still be a part of it. When I originally signed on for the project, I was a little wary about transferring the sort of onstage joy that we all know into a sort of film medium, and if that would translate well. But I think that our director Antony Post, as well as the Laskas, have really successfully done that and transferred that same sort of feeling, that sort of love that we always get from those holiday shows into feature-length film. So yeah, again, I was super happy to offer my help with the music, and hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Ellie Smart, and I played Mrs. Picklestein or Mrs. Picklestein, depending on which child you ask and which year it was. And overall, I just had such a great time working with the kids and getting to know them and forming a relationship with them. And I've just loved watching how the Haddonfield Theater Arts Center has been able to create these characters and place them in a world. And while the stories are different, you see all the characters intertwine and interact with each other, and it's just so amazing. And the feeling you get watching the end with Love Is All Around is just a feeling I'll never forget.
Hello, I'm Chloe Griffin. I have played Stephanie Stone in the HTAC holiday shows. When I think about like how the holiday shows started, like I feel like I remember doing like parking lot shows. I was young, and like I remember doing shows in Borough Hall, and like we had like a Santa, and like there were elves and toys and stuff. But I feel like when I think about like quintessential HTAC holiday shows, it always started with Small Town Carol. Like that's like the beginning of the era for me, when we started doing like full like one plot throughout the show, and then it was like, oh, we'll do a sequel and it'll be about the mayor and him like learning the meaning of Christmas, and then we'll do another one, and then we look back and it's like we like have something here. Like we've made this town and fleshed out so many of the people in it that we have basically the Marvel Cinematic Universe of like holiday shows. And you know, you keep introducing new characters. Like I remember when Peter came, and Peter really made Al. Like we had a Dirty Santa in one of the old holiday shows. I think it was Jeremiah, but like it's Al. Like, and Al went from like a joke basically to now he's the main character, and I think that's really cool. So I think it just goes to show how when we do these like stuff that like seems like fun, like just a fun little thing, can become something so much bigger. And I always remember in rehearsing these shows, it was always so much fun. Like nothing felt like it was off the table, nothing felt too ridiculous. I just remembered like always having fun, and it always meant a lot to people, and that's really cool.
My name is Jack Tully, and I played Bill Pacey from the second Magic of Pacey's show. My first holiday show was 7 years ago, and it was the original Magic of Pacey's show. I played this little toy cowboy come to life, and I was so small, but the show made me feel bigger than I could have ever imagined. And I didn't know what the show meant to me then, but over the years, the holiday shows became so much bigger than just a few scenes and songs. They became an opportunity to remind everyone of the power of forgiveness, and that it's never too late to put aside our differences and our quarrels and simply to come together. And these days, I feel like people need to remember that more than ever before. But most of all, the holiday shows are a principle of love, and no one delivers that better than Christa and Scott and all of your talented performers at HTAC, simply because we follow that principle all year round. So with all of my best wishes and love, enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alicia Brogan, and I played Mrs. George in Small Town Carol. When I first came to HTAC, the holiday shows were already established, but it was so fun to come to the tech rehearsals and see everyone else's work and create one fluid storyline together. HTAC is so important to me. It helped me to grow as an individual, and it became my second home. And I feel that the holiday shows really capture what HTAC is about, which is sharing love and building a community through creativity and storytelling.
Hi, I'm Will Tully, and I played the role of Mr. Ben George after Aiden Marr left. He didn't just leave, he graduated. I should have prefaced that. He didn't just leave, he graduated. So yeah, it's cool how it just started as a bunch of kids in the parking lot in freezing cold weather, doing scenes and songs, and then fast forward to now, where it's like a whole fully realized, fully fleshed out world that Scott and Christa and Zach and all the people of HTAC took a part in creating. It's just awesome. And I started doing HTAC when they first opened in Haddonfield, and I was a part of the program for over 10 years before graduating from high school last spring. HTAC is like a family to me. That's the only way that I know how to describe it. I can't really articulate how much that they've done for me and helped me grow as an actor and as a person. They're just family, and I love them. So, yeah, thank you, HTAC, for all that you've done for me and everybody. Thank you.